everybody, and welcome back to Pikmin 3. Now, I do remember in the last video saying that I was gonna, be better at uploading videos, because I know it's been months since my last upload, and my uploads have been starting to become several months apart. But I really should have just said that I was going to try, because clearly I haven't been doing that well since the last video on upholding what I said, so big, heavy try in that sentence now. And speaking of not uploading for months, it's been even more months since I last uploaded a Pikmin 3 video. And keep in mind, this is not the Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which I finished, but the original Pikmin 3, which I have made one last video earlier, many months ago, and I decided that's too much of a just abrupt end, so this is going to be the proper final video. I'm going to do not a speed run, I'm just going to speed edit or whatever, a compilation of me getting all the remaining fruits, and then there's going to be a big surprise at the end. I'm not sure how long or short this video is going to be when it actually comes out, because this is just not supposed to be an actual beat the game, finish the series. It's supposed to be I literally haven't made any videos on this series in so long that I may as well just find a way to wrap it up so I can really focus on the other series, because I need to do Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I need to beat Cuphead so then I can do the DLC. And then I think there might have been, I think I need to do a bit more Deltarune to do a few different things I didn't do in my first playthrough, but I'm not sure. That's probably going to be way more in the future. But I also want to make many other series about a bunch of other games, including the new games that have been planned to come out in the future, like the Mario Bros. Wonder, which is actually, I saw the trailer for it, but I can't make videos on that until I finally get finished with the ones I have. So let's get into it. So, okay, I had to cut out a bit of technical difficulties there really quick, but anyway, back into the action. We are going to get 20 of every Pikmin type, and then see. I forgot how many I actually were missing, and it might take multiple days to complete some of these areas. Did not mean to do that. Okay, so it just took me a second because I haven't played this game in a bit. Now I finished actually getting set up, so the first fruit we're gonna get is right in the water over there. Actually, no, the first fruit we're gonna get is gonna be this mangosteen, and then we'll go down to get the orange, and then I can go loop back up to get the 3 raspberries that were up there. Yeah, that seems like a very good plan. So there's that guy there, so I'm going to go to a spot right in front of him so then I can take him out, and then actually not have to be worried about being harmed. Speaking about harm, I did not forget about these guys, but I'm hoping. Yeah, that didn't really work out as planned. Oh god. Well, luckily this is the last episode, so I don't need to worry about restarting that, because there will be absolutely zero repercussions to those actions due to the fact that I already said this is going to be the last episode of the Pikmin 3 series. So, yeah. You can just act like this. Oh my god, I completely forgot. It was so nice being able to lock on. Because that's the thing about the new Pikmin game, the Pikmin 3 Deluxe. That's the one feature that they don't have that I'm kind of upset about going, is because, well, they do have the better targeting system of being able to lock on by pressing one of the triggers and then being able to easily attack. The lock on doesn't actually in this game. It shows all that information about oh, it's the if I lock onto this Wollywog, it says, oh, yellow Wollywog, and it's says some controls, And I mean, well, the game does teach you the controls. That's not what I'm upset about. I'm just upset about the fact that, because I don't remember all of the names of every single thing here. Like, I know a lot of their names, but some of them I don't know. Like, whatever those flying shearwig, I think it's like shearwig something, or something shearwig. But I don't remember it fully, and if I were to encounter one of them now, I could lock onto it, and then I would instantly be like, oh, hey, it's that, because I could read the thing on the side. But in the original Pikmin, they didn't have that. Or, I mean, not in the original. This is the original well, not the original Pikmin, but obviously not the original Pikmin 3. In the Pikmin 3 Deluxe, however, they replaced that with a better targeting system, which I'm not really, like, I definitely easily prefer the new targeting system over being able to see what the enemies' names are, but it's just kind of a feature that I miss a lot, since it's pretty nice to know what enemies' names are and be able to call, like when you're fighting something, be able to be like, oh hey, I'm fighting the Bulborb, instead of just saying, oh, this big red thing. But anyway, that's just more of a minor nitpick, and it's really just does not like negatively affect the game in really anyway. It's just, like I said, a little minor nitpick that I kind of wish they didn't remove, but like, oh well, you know, what are you gonna do? So now we got that mangosteen, and I think I remember the plan now, so we're going to go ahead and get these, and I want some, you know what, we'll just let the Pikmin do their thing, honestly, I don't care. I keep trying to, I don't remember all the controls, so I keep trying to, like, do that, and, like, change the screen angle, but I keep accidentally doing a roll, which is I completely forgot about being able to roll around. If I remember correctly, yeah, no, that was one of the whistles. There's, oh wow! Well, hopefully that thing doesn't kill the Pikmin that I just casually sent over there to collect stuff. Luckily, that's going to be the only monster. You know, I already killed those, so that should be the only enemy that we have to worry about for this area. Except for, I do know, like this little outside area, I do remember from Deluxe that the 3 raspberries in the cave were guarded by water dumples, and there's a spider, and it's all covered in water, so you can only use winged Pikmin and blue Pikmin, except the winged Pikmin aren't really the best because they can't really deal with the spiders that well, but oh yeah, this is not really going too well, if you couldn't tell. I think I'm just gonna grab 11 of these winged Pikmin. The blue Pikmin, I can use them to handle the spider, but the pink Pikmin I think will do all the other work because, well, it'll just be easier. This yellow Pikmin I have with me, I'll just throw you on that for now since I don't have anything better to do with you. And here we are in the cave. I do remember, I'm not sure if it was in this playthrough or in the deluxe version, but I do remember, or maybe that wasn't a playthrough I did after those, like after the deluxe playthrough or something that I didn't actually record, because, you know, I replay games after I beat them. So anyway, I think I may have like refought, or like I think in one of my playthroughs of this game, I like baited the water dumples out of their like water zone and then killed them with other Pikmin. So I could have done that with the yellow Pikmin, but oh well. That is very unfortunate. You know, I'll just charge the winged Pikmin. This is going very bad. I have definitely, not only is this game's controls kind of hard because it's not like the new deluxe version is a lot better, obviously, because it's a remaster, so the controls are being like better and it's a new console. But I'm still just but I'm also just definitely a bit rusty. But that, like I said, since this is the last episode, so that doesn't really matter. So we're gonna grab these raspberries, and then I think I'm just gonna use the go here function to get them back to the base. Well, actually, first I want to see what other fruits do I need, or were those the last ones? Okay, so we have this one. I believe this was a persimmon guarded. Yeah, those are persimmon guarded by the 3 black bulborbs. We have this thing in the water, the kiwis up on that part, and the pear locked behind this rock wall. Those are what we need to get So I'm going to have everyone meet in the middle so we can replenish our lost Pikmin, or not really replenish them, but more so just get them more Pikmin out of the onion to replace them because we don't need them. And yeah, since I said this was going to be a compilation at some point, I'm kind of running out of things to say at the current moment. I think we're just gonna start doing the cuts now. Okay, let's just, you know what, this thing's gonna be a heck of a nuisance if I keep it alive, so let's just take care of you right now. Okay. Well, good thing the rock Pikmin. Okay, get everyone back in the group. And murder. Boom! Dead. Now we don't have to worry about that guy anymore. I also can't forget to get those blue Pikmin back from the lily pad. Yeah, those are I heard wing Pikmin, but those are just the ones. So I'm going to put everyone back so we can get even amounts. And then I'm going to take, there are 3 wing Pikmin, so I'm going to put 7 here so I can take 2 out here. And that's a perfect 100. So now I can just wait for those wing Pikmin to get back with the thing. And I, of course, never broke this rock wall. So that's going to be a bit annoying to have to use the lily pad over there. But I was going to have to use the lily pad to get over there anyway. So this is only going to be like a bit of a walk, right? Oh, right, I have to cross the bridge, I guess. Well, that really is annoying, but whatever. That's 1 raspberry. Oh, wow, the day's almost over. Definitely didn't do much for 1 day, but I can replay this pretty much as I want and just cut it out so the video doesn't take too long because, yeah. If I really had all the raw footage of this, it would probably be like an hour or something. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just guessing because I haven't even finished this yet. This is still me in the process of recording the video and trying to come up with things to say to keep the video entertaining and whatnot. Which actually is my biggest oh god, there's a leaf. I'm surprised it took it that long to activate. Same with this one over here. Anyway. That's like my biggest struggle when making videos is unless stuff like that happens where it's just like a surprise and I can like comment on that. Especially with the fact that I've actually played this game before and done the whole thing in the deluxe version, so therefore I like know everything to expect. I can't really give like a blind like, oh my god, like in Bowser's Fury I can't be like, whoa, it's Big Cat Mario, or like but I can't like be shocked about anything like that because I've already seen it now. But when I play a thing blind, it's like easier to comment because I have never seen it, so I can give my actual genuine reaction as to points like this where I'm not like, okay, let's see what we got over here, because I already know what we got over here. There's this bug over here, there's this little unpassable gap, the pear is up there, this bridge over here. So that's like my one, even when I am playing blind, it's kind of hard to keep interesting commentary, I find, but hopefully I still do a decent enough job of that. I mean, I'm not trying to be a big popular YouTuber anyway, so. Is there another one in there? Nope. Just those 2. Okay. Like I said, not to say it for the millionth time, but this is the last episode. So I don't really care what happens to the Pikmin. So I am going to go absolutely crazy with this fight, or with this quote unquote fight. This isn't really much of a fight. This is more of just a toss Pikmin everywhere and hope that things work out. But things will work out. It's just going to result in several casualties that, if I was playing this normally, I would absolutely not want. And this would easily be a day restart if this happened. But I'll say this for the last time. This is the final day, so I really don't care. I mean, it is kind of sad, but to see all these Pikmin die, but I'm more focused on getting rid of these guys because clearly I don't think I'm gonna be able to take the persimmon back in this day. I mean, maybe with the help of winged Pikmin they'll be able to take it back in time, but I just generally right now just doubt because of how much of the day's left that I'll actually be able to get it back in time. Pretty sure they might try to go through here, so let's just take care of the spider really quick. This is definitely going well. Well, that lured it down so I can kill the rock Pikmin. Okay, Flawless victory. Easy, totally. I may as well take this thing back since, well, if the persimmon can make it, then this thing can too, right? That's assuming the persimmon does make it, and actually I don't think I want to risk that. Apparently I'm missing 8 Pikmin out in the field. 1 rock and yellow, and apparently there is a rock Pikmin right there behind the data file I missed, and a yellow right there. Well, I guess we're having casualties during the night, and those guys too, because I'm not bothering to go save them. Yeah, clearly this thing isn't gonna make it back, so we'll have to just return the next day. Hopefully they make it out of the loading zone, though. That would be unfortunate if they just popped right back in as soon as it said 0. Huh. I wonder what will happen to... Oh, no, please don't tell me I just glitched it by having the persimmon in the loading zone during the... I'm a little worried now. If I see a bunch of winged Pikmin flying around, then hopefully that means it's on... Like, I assume the persimmon would be on either side of the loading zone, but I am a bit skeptical and a bit worried about what's going to happen to it. Although clearly the winged Pikmin from that are fine. Can't say the same for those other 4 Pikmin I left behind. But I'd say that was a pretty successful first day for fruit collection. We got 5 of the, like, I think 8 or so fruits I needed. So we got this mangosteen, the dapper blob. Actually, I'm just going to skip this. We got the citrus lump, aka orange. We got these juicy gaggles, aka raspberries, which I'm pretty sure only pour half each, which is actually pretty convenient because now we have a perfect amount of bottles. 47, which is now 46 due to drinking one. I'm pretty sure I brought this up in another episode, but it's still kind of confusing as to why they have to juice everything. Like, I've never seen them have any teeth, but like, apparently they have at least what were they called? The hocatates? Yeah, that they have like carrots they eat. So, unless there's something I don't know about carrots, which... Oh, looks like I forgot to do the moment of silence, which is what that silence was. But anyway, losing soldiers is something you never get quite used to. But it's our responsibility to go on, and go on we shall. Yeah, I totally didn't go so careless with losing all those soldiers, aka Pikmin, that they just many unnecessary deaths. But anyway, as I was saying, I think it's really confusing that they have to like juice everything. So either there's something up with the fruit and they have to juice everything, or just like maybe it's like a safety precaution. But I just think they don't have any teeth. That's like the only logical conclusion I can come up with, considering we never see them have teeth. They just seem to have like open mouths. I'm not even sure if they have gums. It's really weird. So I think they just don't have teeth, and that's why, which makes sense because you can't eat stuff if you can't chew it, so you just have to drink it. Anyway, let's get back to business, shall we? I definitely want to go ahead and really quickly take care of that stupid rock wall that's in my way. I'm gonna go send all my Pikmin into there because I'm not sure what's in it. I think it was a data file. It might still be, depending on whether or not I've actually done it before. But I'm hoping it's gonna be some bomb rocks because I need some for the pear, and I want to destroy the rock wall by the base. I guess it's completely useless. Well, that means I'm gonna have to wait for all these Pikmin to finish spewing out. And now to go retrieve the persimmon that hopefully, let me check my map. Okay, good, it's right in front of the loading zone. So the plan of action is to the plan of action is to ride a lily pad up to here to get the bomb rocks. And then go over to the persimmon over here and retrieve that, and then walk across here and use the lily pad to go over here and get the pear, and then use these lily pads to go over here and and then use that to get up to get the kiwis, and then send some blue Pikmin down to get that, and that should, like whatever this is in the water, and that should wrap up the day and the entire area. So let's get to it. Okay, here's the persimmon. We're just gonna go ahead and quickly grab that, and any second it'll become ready for juice. It'll be ready to become juice. That's how you say that grammatically correct sentence. Clearly, I made a minor miscalculation in that. Well, no matter. Alf can just be taking care of the pear, while the rest of these guys take care of this. And there is this stupid water skeeter, which is actually called a skeeter skate. And the blue Pikmin can take care of that for me. Okay, here's the thing. I gotta get ready. I gotta lock onto it, and then throw Brittany, and then throw a bunch of Pikmin to show them all. Throw a bunch of Pikmin right now to make sure that she can take the kiwi, and then I'm sure that's enough Pikmin. So now I'm gonna switch over to Alf really quick to, well, first things first. I'm going to, since this should be the last day here, I am going to use this one bomb rock to blow up all of these dwarf bulborbs. Beautiful. And this other bomb, and these other three, to blow up the wall that's blocking the pear. And it also looks like the persimmon's back at the base now, so we can just get this unidentified pear object. And then switch over to Brittany. Call all these Pikmin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get those. And then I can have Charlie circle back here. Oh my god, I remember in Pikmin 3 Deluxe that there's a weird glitch that happened here with the Pikmin being like frozen. It was so weird. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know what caused it. I forgot what episode that was in, but I'm sure you guys could figure it out if you really wanted to know. I don't need these Pikmin right now, so I'm just going to go electrify them while I go ahead and take these more important blue Pikmin. And that takes, let me guess, 20 or 10. It takes 10. I shouldn't have taken 20. I didn't think it would, but I guess Alf has all the other blue Pikmin, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss them into the water for Charlie to go retrieve. This is very much not properly organized in the slightest, but I don't really care because I've almost gotten all the fruit by now, so now that that's taken care of, I think I'll have Alf. Let's see, let me just double check that that's all the fruit. Yep, that's all of it. All I need. So I'll just have Alf return over to here, and Brittany can return also to the base, and then Charlie is just going to take care of the last fruit, and then I can go to a different area. Okay, we got whatever this thing is. And looks like the pear's back, so Charlie can grab all of this. And then once these guys are out of the water, I can put them onto this fruit too. So it speeds up. And I think the burrowing snagret here has respawned. Oh, it's a mini boss. That's right. They don't respawn. That's pretty lucky for me. And since I killed the silly... Oh, shoot. I left some red Pikmin behind. Anyway. Wow. You know what? Anyway, before I get into what I was about to say, apparently, yeah, the mini bosses, they drop fruit, and apparently they don't respawn. Oh, that's right. Now I remember what I was saying. It's lucky that I killed these guys over here, the leaves, because that would have been annoying. But also, for some reason, this thing can carry exactly 20 Pikmin can carry this fruit, and for some reason, these exact 3 reds that we need to cap out that number don't want to carry it. There's literally that spot right there, that little opening that these 3 Pikmin could slide into, but they just don't seem to want to go. There we go. It's pretty annoying that those were the only 3 that got left behind, but it's also pretty nice that I had the perfect number of reds and blues combined to carry that, which I honestly can't believe because I just kind of threw those random red Pikmin into the thing and then took the blues over. So anyway, it seems we haven't lost any Pikmin this day, based on the fact that it still says 100 are in the field. So that's actually pretty nice, considering the last day. anyway, with that last fruit, and the last fruit of the area, let me just do a quick double check. There's nothing in here, nothing in the cave, there's nothing... Well, that's not even a place. There's nothing in this spot. There's nothing in there. I left some Pikmin behind, but oh well. I guess it means it wasn't actually a perfect number. So, yeah, that's all of the stuff's here, so we can just wrap up the day. And like that is one area. Yeah, I don't care about this Pikmin. Anyway, just like that, that is a whole entire area. The Twilight Forest, completely complete. So now we can discover what this... So let's see, I want to know what these are... I actually want to know what these fruits over here are called in the video game world, because obviously the portable sunset is a persimmon in real life, but in the game they don't know, since we're playing as copates, it's actually a kind of debated topic on how you pronounce it, but I'm just going to go with, I don't know, because I don't remember what I called it earlier. But anyway, they don't know what these fruits are, because they're coming to some sort of version of Earth. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but anyway, they don't know what these fruits are, like, what they don't know that we called this a pear, so they call it a tremendous sniffer. And I want to know what all of their wacky names for this stuff is called, so, like, I want to know what that thing is, because I have no idea what that thing in the background right behind the bottles is in real life. I want to say it looks like a melon. It's not a cantaloupe, definitely not. It's like blonde imposter. There's actually two versions of kiwi. There's that one, which I think is called the original one, the normal kiwi, or the other kiwi, is called Disguised Delicacy, which makes 1.5. And for some reason, which makes the blonde imposter, when you combine it, it makes a nice... It also how much does that make? So they both make 1.5, so the kiwi is consistent, but the star fruit, aka Stellar Excursion, makes a full 2. And the reason why that doesn't make sense is because the kiwi is 2 halves, so you think it'd make 1, or if both halves make 1, it would make a full. So unless there's something going on with quarters, which I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure how to translate that into like full juices. So like that'd be like 4 quarters for a juice, so 1.5 was it? Yeah, 1.5, that would be like 2 quarters. And then that would be another 4, so that would be 6 quarters. So that would mean, so I guess that would mean that each half of the kiwi fills 3 quarters, so it does make sense when you do the math, it's just kind of weird. Anyway, Crunchy Deluge, I'm going to press this button to skip and aka fast forward this, because I've now read all the names, and I don't need to watch the full length juice. Time for another generic repeated quote from Brittany that we've heard that I've seen several times. And like that, day 32 is wrapped up. And wow, look at that! We didn't even lose a single Pikmin that day, except for the 4 that we lost during sunset. But technically that's not the day, so I don't care. Oh yeah, I do wonder what goes on in the Pikmin's brain. Hopefully nothing too sentient, otherwise I might actually feel bad for killing so many of them by carelessly swinging them into a danger. Although they don't seem to mind. I mean, it's not like if they ran away fearful from me, I would probably stop, but they don't, so this is actually starting to sound really morbid. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, Distant Tundra, we only need 2 more fruits here. I think one of them is the mini boss, maybe? But 2 fruits is easy for one day, so let's go ahead and, I was gonna say eat them up, but since we drink them and you wouldn't even get to eat them, I honestly can't think of any, like, fun thing to say for that, so let's just go grab them. So I kind of just want to see where even these missing fruits are. Okay, so one of them, I think... Oh, no, that's not the boss fight arena. So one of them is the bull bear area, and one of them is the Shaggy Longlegs mini boss. So that means that for this, for the first half, I'm going to bring out all of my winged Pikmin, which sadly does not add up to 100. Very annoying, but I guess that's what I get for being so careless and whatnot. So for this first half, we're going to do the mini boss. And then the second half, I'm gonna get some like red Pikmin, and I'm gonna destroy the bull bear and do that. Defeat the and get that fruit. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna call them. Okay, now that I got all the Pikmin, we can go ahead and destroy this little thing, or this rather tall, lanky, huge thing, I should say. Don't go for the center. Ugh, I should have brought rock Pikmin because. Anyway, I think I want to go for this one leg, but the winged Pikmin can't seem to understand that, which means I have to charge on a leg, which means I have to wait for this thing to get out of the water. But once it does that, I can start, and I think it moves away from you, so I'm gonna have to walk into the water with this thing to get it to move away, and then we can absolutely destroy this thing. Okay, maybe what I should be doing is throwing them directly at the spots that they're supposed to be hitting. Okay, yeah, obviously winged Pikmin don't work. Let's just forget any of that ever happened. Okay, we're back with rock Pikmin now, and I'm gonna try a new strategy where I just toss Brittany in the water to try to keep this thing away. And now, let's destroy all of its leg fuzzes or whatever. Okay, that's one down on that leg, and let's. Okay, well that's another one down. I don't even. And that is 2 down in rapid succession. Okay, another one down. Only 3 left. Boom! 2! Only 2 now. Okay, just 1 left. Okay, now we can start doing real damage to this thing. Come on, rock Pikmin. We have to defeat this thing before it goes back into the water. And just like that, boom, it's dead. Now, unfortunately, the treasures are in the, which means I have to get blue Pikmin to retrieve it, and I should have been using them all along because now that fight took the entire day anyway. But that does mean that in the next day I can actually retrieve that. So let's just go ahead and skip on over to when I'm actually here with blue Pikmin. Okay, I'm back now with exactly 10 blue Pikmin at the start of a new day, and it appears, I'm not sure if it happened, I'm pretty sure this thing magically slid up here, which I honestly don't know how that happened. But anyway, now that those are being retrieved, I can go ahead and switch over to Brittany, who I have already set up here in the cave while I was getting myself over to where I was getting my blue Pikmin over there to the other area. And then I can swiftly take out these 3 pyroclasmic slooches. Pyroclasmic slooches, yep. AKA fire slugs, as I prefer to call them, or I guess I never really called them. I like to call them fire slugs from now on, apparently. Then this is going to be the area that I just want to get it really quick and out of the way because there is a bull bear here. So I'm going to take all these bomb rocks. Since I have not brought in any rock Pikmin, I'm going to use one on that. And then use one to uproot that, so I don't have to dig it up. And apparently I need another one on the raw. Okay, now I just wait and to lure the bull bear into my trap. Ha! He took the bait! Make him explode! That was a very big explosion. But anyway, now the big bull bear the spotty bull bear is dead, and I can retrieve this fruit, no problem. Huge props to those 3 red Pikmin that were sacrificed, that I used as bait and have been sacrificed. You will not be forgotten, and the sacrifice that you were did not go in vain, as now that awful beast is destroyed, and Now, he will definitely respawn, but I'll never be coming back here, so I don't have to worry about him when he respawns. Okay, the fruit and those, well, I was gonna say those bull bears, but one of them was a dwarf and the other was a spotty bull bear, so I can't really say that, which made trying to figure out what to say way more awkward. But anyway, now that that's all taken care of, we can finally end the day and skip on over to the next place. I was trying to make that rhyme. That did not work out as intended. Okay, now that we've taken care of that, onto the Garden of Hope. I only am missing one fruit. This is gonna be a breeze. And it's also gonna be easy to edit since I only need to make two cuts for this section. Okay, now where is that little pesky fruit I'm missing? Naturally, oh my god, this buggy game. Naturally, it would be the lime in this area. So, I just need winged Pikmin. That's literally it. It's going to be such a breeze. Okay, now we're here at this stupid lime. I don't even know how to get someone onto here. I can only get Pikmin onto there. And that's unfortunate because I only brought winged Pikmin. But luckily for me, I don't need to worry about even doing that. Because I'm pretty sure... There we go! I love cheesing the game and doing things that weren't even intended. And since this is an old game, they won't even patch it out. So feel free to do this all you want, as long as you own a Wii U and the original Pikmin 3. Yeah. Okay, now that the fruit's been recovered and these two Wollywogs have been brutally murdered, I can end the day, and I will see you guys again in the next area, or rather, I'll see you guys when I'm choosing the next area, which is only one final area with fruit. So, lucky me. I swear to God, if this video ends up going corrupted, I'm going to flip because of the amount of editing I'd have to do just to figure out there's an error. Okay, time for the last area of the Tropical Wilds, where there is only 5 fruit left, which means there's only 5 fruit left in the whole game for me to collect. Now, how unfortunate. If I did this all in one day, it would give me a perfect 60 fruit. And then we would drink one, and it would be an imperfect 60. I mean, not 60, 59 fruit. Anyway, where is... Okay, that is all 5 of them right there. We have the star fruit over here. We have the annoying thing. I remember in the last video, actually, I was trying to get people over there to go up there, and that did not work out. And yeah, so we have stuff in the water. So I want, I think 50 water Pikmin, or blue Pikmin. 10 yellows, 10 pinks, and the rest can be red. So, okay, so we got the 50 blues, the 10 yellows, the 10 pinks, aka winged, and the 30 reds. Let's do this. And just like that, it's dead. I don't know where the other bomb rock went because I was not paying attention, but... Well, if there was another bomb rock, that is. But, who cares? I don't... Because I know I don't, so he is now... Or, Alf, but it's a he still, but I'm just... Anyway, Alf is going to go over there. Brittany and Charlie are going to go... Oh, wow. I didn't even finish building that. How annoying. Anyway, you're going to head right over to here. Okay, we're here. And also, really quick, just to oh, God. Well, that just happened. Anyway, to clear up a few things, the fact that I randomly just got a bunch of new Pikmin and the HUD probably looks different. The original day did not go so well, and since this isn't, and I will post a separate video that will actually be public before this video about that specific failed day. Oh shoot. But that is, however, basically I'm not just going to put that in this original video. So instead, I'm just randomly cutting to all the Pikmin. So just I would say keep a lookout for that. But if you want to see the original happenings, then you can just go earlier in the playlist and find that video. Also, apparently, I'm still not done having a bad time because that was like a ridiculous amount of casualties. Anyway, although casualties weren't really the main problem of the last day, so... Oh, what? Wow, I didn't even know they could do that. But... Oh, dang it. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back and act like nothing happened and continue on. So... I'm gonna throw enough Pikmin up to here that... Oh no, okay. That is amazing. They have to play the cutscene every time. How wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw just enough Pikmin onto here that it'll go, and then I can get everyone onto here, and I will take Charlie, which will be 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be a weight of 12. Which apparently isn't actually enough for it to go up, so I'm just going to go ahead and take 2 more off, so that can be weighed down. So then Charlie can get up here, and then he can go over here, and then I literally did not put any more thought into that, so, I need Brittany for this. Oh, I get it. So there's exactly 12 on the other thing, if you were to take off exactly enough Pikmin so that there's only 12 weights on there, it would be enough. It would be equal to that, so it wouldn't change. It wouldn't sink or rise unless. Anyway, I don't know where that leads, but let's try it. Oh wait, okay, that leads into here. So that means that whole struggle I did of trying to get over the vines over there in the last video, or I say the last video, but like the last real video, since I've decided now that the actual last video is a fail, is like I forgot, it's either an oofman or a failman. I forgot which one was technical difficulties and which one was just actual fail, but anyway, now that I figured out how to go through there properly and easily, I can fight this stupid thing and get the raspberry, and then I can retrieve the only other 2 fruits here. Actually, there's more than 2, I just remembered, but luckily I already got the lemon, and I just remembered I forgot to get the star fruit, so I'll just have to do the cheese method. Okay, looks like the raspberry's back, so I can end the day, and despite how absolutely awful that went, we did something. So, for the sake of time, the rest of this video will only consist of, well, basically I'm just going to cut out until I get the fruits, like I been trying to do for this whole video. Okay, there we go! After a bit of finagling, I finally managed to pull off the cheese, and now I can retrieve the second to last fruit, which is now divided into 2 pieces, so it's more like the last 3 fruits, or the third to last. Whatever. Anyway, now the last 2 fruit. Actually, no, that was the third to last because there's 2 more fruits. There is going to be now the first fruit I need, or one of those 2 fruits is going to be this thing, which, if I remember correctly, in the Wollywog Did What video, that also included the Crush Splat, which may have been from this series or from Pikmin 3 Deluxe. The Wollywog actually ended up landing on this thing and killing it. But this time I brute forced it, and I only lost a whole entire 1 Pikmin, which is honestly amazing, because I thought that was going to go like 10 times worse. And I think it might have actually been from the Wollywog, which would be even more insane. Anyway, after I collect this, all that's left is for me to get a good thumbnail, and to set up the grand finale of Pikmin, of the normal non-deluxe Wii U Pikmin 3 series. And I'm pretty sure this is the only series I've recorded on the Wii U, and I'm pretty sure it will not only be the first but the last, because I don't have any reason to use the console, because there's no other games that I'd want to play on this that I don't have on the Switch, unless they decide to play Pikmin 2, which I doubt will happen. Okay, so the banana has been recovered, and all that's left is for the big finale. So, I'm gonna do a bit of prep, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I finished doing all the setup. It's the next day, not in real life, but in the game. I've achieved all of the fruits, and it's time for the final send-off to the Pikmin 3 series. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay notified on whenever my next video is uploaded, probably in several months. And I'll see you next time.